Jamie, I guess, why do you think you can beat Dennis?
My style's made to beat Dennis. They've kept him away from people with my style now for so long because he's come close to losing. So, and this is the test for himself and mine.
What is your style?
It's come forward fighter, and I'm just going to bulldog him.
So you're obviously looking for a knockout?
Yeah, I got to knock him out to win here. No one can win here. No one away fighter can win in this state. You can't. I'm going to knock him out to win.
You know what's at stake for him, don't you? So.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, massive opportunity for him, but more for me. More for me.
Have they made a mistake bringing you?
110%. Massively overlooked me, underestimated me, and that's it. It's going to be a great fight, don't get me wrong, but I'm coming here to do the business.
Obviously a pretty colourful past, you know, you obviously had interesting moments in your life.
Yeah, it's all built me up for this moment now. Like, this is my world title fight. So.
Can you talk us through a few of those moments? Like, I've read you've been stabbed and shot at. Like, what were those experiences like?
Yeah, well, back then they were a bit of fun, but now you look back and think, oh shit, I shouldn't be doing that stuff, you know. But this is part of growing up, I guess, and so put me in prep for this.
Do you like getting in? Obviously, you like things a little bit rough in your life. Is this where you like? Is this where you come alive inside a ring?
I love it. Yeah, it's controlled. It's controlled.
Yeah, you can't die in there. I suppose.
Well, you can, you know. But yeah, no, this is what I enjoy. That's what I enjoy my life. That's where I feel safe. That's me. I feel complete in the ring.
Once again, if you win, you're catapulted into some pretty
decent fights. Then big fights, and I can't wait to get there. I've always asked to be tested, and Dennis is a test. He is a massive test for me. Like, so, I've not overlooked him at all. I've not underestimated him. He's my best opponent to date. So I come here to do the business.
What were you saying to him there in the face?
Oh, I just he had a little bit of a nick on his lip, so I'm saying it's a bit of stress get him. I get him in stress, but this camp has been stress free. Just said I'll be trained hard, and that was it.
And why were people stabbing you and shooting you?
Just bullies, and then I give them a bit of a touch up after they use weapons, and then they just come back with bigger, better weapons. Then I guess.
What do you know about Dennis?
I know absolutely nothing really. Like, I don't watch my opponents. I underestimate them if I watch them. So, I just leave that to my manager, and my coach, and they do their studying, and I sit back drinking green tea.
Both sort of similar paths in your lives, in the sense that you came out here to sort of get away from some of the stuff, and Dennis in a way did it as well. So this might be the fork in the road for both of you, hey, by the sounds of it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. I mean, we both had different type backgrounds, but yeah, both come to Australia to change our lives, better our lives, and it's all on the line now.
Just talking about fighting over here, like I know Perth, obviously you're doing right, but Brisbane seems to be the epicentre of boxing in Australia now. Does it get you more excited? You know what's happening over here?
Nah, yeah. Well, I prefer fighting in Perth, don't get me wrong, but I'm happy I'll fight anywhere. I will go anywhere to fight. There's some big names been here, like, you know, and you just see with the decisions some of them fights are gone. You know, they very controversial in my eyes, but I'm not going to leave that in the hands of the judges come Saturday night.
Have you been able to prepare with someone like Jeff Horn?
No, don't need Jeff. Don't want Jeff. Who is Jeff? I don't need him. I don't fight like Jeff. Jeff don't fight like me, so he's barking up the wrong tree, sparring Jeff. Thank you.
Well done.
Firstly, I just want to thank Whistle Dixie for sponsoring the main event and coming on board and helping boxing. So thank you very much. Mick McLaughlin, Whistle Dixie, thank you.
Will you be whistling Dixie after Saturday night?
I sure will. Look, I'm whistling Dixie now. It's funny that Jamie thinks I've got a bit of stress here. The truth of it is, Arya scraped me and there's just a little bit of a thing there, but it's all right. He can think what he likes. It's all a bit of fun anyway for me. So.
Is she going to do more damage than him, you reckon?
Oh, she can. There's no doubt. She's nearly taller than him too, so I couldn't believe it. I'm used to fighting tall fighters, so I mean, talk about get your distance. I can stay in the corner and have my distance, so it's all good.
What were you, as Chris said before, what were you saying to him?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was blowing me kisses. I didn't really understand what he was saying, but it was all good anyway. I gave him back the love. I told him I loved him. It's all good.
Dennis, he says he's going to knock you out and come forward style. Obviously you're prepared for that, but are you looking as well for a knockout?
I mean, I'm not going to go out looking for it, but I believe it's going to happen. We've trained for it. I mean, we've had all the sparring partners come forward. Want to thank Benji as well for his participation in it. He just came forward constantly, and I believe that we've done everything, and I'm 100% ready to deal with anything he has. And that power that I have at the minute as well, and the ferocity in my punches, you know, I just feel they're going to land beautiful, and it more than likely will be an early night.
Is this scary for you to know what's at stake for you? Like, you know, everyone says that, you know, he's obviously a bloke who likes it, getting in there, and if you lose, your career could be over.
Yeah, look, I mean, I know Jamie's tough. He's a Welsh boy. He's over here, and look, he's, you know, obviously this is the fight of his life right now. So I know he's coming with everything. There's no doubt about that. Also, on the other hand, I'm all about the big picture. For the last 8 years, you know, I played the long game in being world champion. I said I'd do whatever it took to become world champion. And for me, all those other fights, this is another step in the road. This is a fight I will get over. This is a fight I will do whatever I must do to get the win. And I will be getting the win, and I will progress on. You know, and it's actually good that Jamie, without looking past him, I'm still looking at Jamie Weech, a similar style to Jamie Munguia, and the fact that he comes forward and he's got a bit of power, I mean, supposedly. So we've took that into consideration, and we've developed a game plan that's going to suit us for Jamie Munguia too. So for me, it's all about the big picture. I feel like I am the world champion already. I've got the skills, I'm ticking all the boxes, and this is just another step in that journey.
Doesn't sound like he's a fan of the Hornet.
I mean, what can I say? I appreciate what a good boxer is, and I know Jeff is a phenomenal boxer. And I think gods recognise gods, if I remember correctly. A very good fighter once saying. So I mean, without saying too much, I mean, I don't know what people see when if people are saying whatever about Jeff, but Jeff's got a style that's very, very hard to figure out, to match. And I mean, if someone doesn't understand that and see it, then I just don't think that they know boxing all that well. Because I mean, that's the style that obviously I'm incorporating at the same time too, and it's all about hit and not be hit, and this is what I'm very, very good at. And you know, so come Saturday night, he's going to see it's going to be a different story to what you've been thinking.
And how beneficial is it fighting in front of your home fans here in Brisbane?
Yeah, look, I love it. Again, I reckon it's like having a third arm in the ring. You know, it's when you get in there and that crowd's roaring for you, it just pumps you full of energy and vitality. And I mean, with them roaring the way they do, it always lights me up that little bit more to go that little bit harder. So yeah, I mean, I love it, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the support all the way along. But now it's time for me to give back, and I'll give back with a big statement this weekend, and then go on and bring the World Championship back here.
If that does occur, and you sound like you're pretty convinced, where is the World Championship going to be held? Where are you going to fight?
Mate, we really want to get it here. We will do everything we can to get it here, and that's all there is to it.
And talking about, like, Dennis was the man prayer, he could have taken the easy way out. He's not taking the easy way out doing this?
No, he's not taking the easy way out at all. I mean, yes, he's had double the experience of Jamie, but that doesn't, you know, you don't hit people with experience, you hit them with your fists. So, you know, Jamie's a very, very tough guy, and certainly he's come here to win. He's prepared well, and as he said, he's a very come-forward pressure fighter, and he's going to bring it. He is going to bring his best. I have no doubt he'll bring his best on Saturday night, but rest assured it will not be good enough. It will not be good enough. Dennis is too strong, too experienced, too hungry, and he really has that eye of the tiger.
When you became mandatory, though, you could have dodged this, though, couldn't you? But you're honouring the agreement. You thought, yep, let's do it.
Absolutely. You know, we want to hit out. We want to fight against a tough come-forward guy. I mean, if he's going to beat Jamie Munguia, he needs to beat Jamie Weech convincingly. And, you know, we also thought, why not have one Jamie before the other Jamie? So, you know, no, it just makes sense. It was certainly a good choice, and very, very obviously Jamie Munguia at 6 foot is a much bigger version of Jamie Weech. So if we can't get past Jamie Weech convincingly, then we're not ready for Jamie Munguia. So we have to be able to do this. And you know, I did the same with Jeff. We tested him all the way. We kept putting him up against world-ranked opponents, and that's one of the things I said to Dennis: is you're going to fight world-ranked opponents every fight. You know, no easy fights, not at all. So we don't want the easy fights. We want the tough guys, and Jamie fits the bill perfectly.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks everybody for coming. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Tom, again from the venue for giving it to us. This is our fifth show, DDP. We really had a vision October last year to bring real big-time boxing back to Australia and stadium-type boxing with really, strong matchups. This is our 5th show that we've done now, and this is our biggest. And I want to thank Team Weech for coming all the way over from Wales. They've been a pleasure to deal with. And the fight between Dennis and Jamie, and obviously I'm going to be biased here, but this is the most important fight in Australia. This is literally the most important fight in Australia for 2 reasons. And this is why I believe this is going to be one of the fights of the year. Dennis Hogan has everything to lose. He's been made mandatory from the WBO, which basically means he is next in line for a world title fight. We've been working together for 8 years now. Jamie, on the other hand, has come over, who's world number 15. Jamie isn't here just to make up the numbers. Jamie's whole world and his career changes with a win here on Saturday night. And there's not much more of a motivation than that to change. Jamie's got obviously a family. His goal is to come here and upset Dennis Hogan. So this is why it's a clash of styles, and we believe this is probably the biggest fight in Australia, but it is the most important fight in Australia this year. Yes, there's been big fights happening, in Suncorp Stadium and stuff, but in terms of the importance of it, you cannot get more important than what's going on right now. Jamie wins, he's the Intercontinental Champion, he's got some serious fights next year. Dennis wins, his next fight guaranteed is for a world title. We're going to focus on when Dennis gets through that fight of bringing that world title here. That's our goal, and that was always been our vision. We want to bring a world title here with Dennis. It's been our focus and our goal. But if we have to go to America, we'll go to America. So again, I thank everybody for turning up.
Go a bit closer. Get a bit closer.
You got a coleslaw though.
I will. They're still going. Want to face the cameras now, please? Yes, up. Yep. If we're going to do the fist, can everyone do it?
Stay there, guys.
Just stay there. It's going to get a wide shot, that's all. Just overlay this. Which one's better? Smile.
Straight down the barrel down. Nice smile. That's great. And just have a direct use of something, just have a smile. And I'll get one more of that.
1, 2, 3.